Honeymoon vlog turned quarantine. We are stuck here with our masks in Puerto Vallarta at the Hilton Resort. I tested negative and Brian tested positive.
You always say to stay positive, but I know that's not what you meant.
Not that kind of positive. So we're quarantined to the room. We get room service. We do have an ocean view, so we're gonna be in here until we are both able to test negative to go back on the plane. I booked a non-refundable flight, so I had to buy a whole new flight. And yeah, so I guess we'll show you what it's like to be quarantined at this hotel as well. Okay, so this is the breakfast that we got for room service quarantine. It looks what I would say interesting because it doesn't actually have any plates, but thank you. And it gave me just some hot water with no honey or the tea, but I have some in here. So this is everything that we were doing before. And now we just have to stay here and look at it. So here I am. This was our, I guess, first night of quarantine here in Mexico, extending our trip. It looks like they're having, some vendors outside, downstairs. So this is our second balcony, but we kind of like the view from the first balcony a little better. But I came on this one. This is like our walking balcony with no chairs, and then the other balcony has chairs. We're gonna eat dinner on the balcony so that we can, horses on the beach, so that we can social distance, but we have to stay in the room and eat room service. So we watched Netflix today and still need to schedule some new flights and a new COVID test to see when we get out of the country. But it's Saturday, so we're basically relaxing on a Saturday because we can't do any activities. But I still got dressed for our room service dinner that we'll have probably around sunset if it's not too cloudy out on the balcony. So good thing is that we have a balcony so we can still get some fresh air. Yeah, I guess if we had like an interior with no balcony, we'd just be like really stuck inside. So at least we can come outside. Oh, it looks like somebody's having maybe a wedding, like a beach wedding. So I'm gonna do a little footage of what's going on around from what I can see. Can I just flip it? No, I think I might have to stop it. I don't know how to flip it. Okay, so down here I see somebody with a bouquet. So this could be a wedding that's happening on the beach. Or she could just be dressed like that just because she wants to be. I don't even think I was holding it on her. There are people at the pool still. Looks like some vendors are set up downstairs. This is outside the French restaurant that sometimes has Mediterranean cuisine. Some vendors are set up down there. There's a lot more floats. So I guess these people brought their own floats. I think some people have come for the weekend and they drive here, so maybe they're not extremely local, but they can bring stuff with them. There were a lot more rental cars or cars that were here over the weekend than there were during the week. This is a hotel next to us. It actually might not be a hotel. It might be an apartment complex. These people look like they have fun in the pool too. I saw some horses out on the beach today. We didn't see horses before. We saw parasailing before. We did kayaking, and there are a lot of boats that go out on the water, but I just saw some horses, so they might have been doing a horse excursion today. There's actually a little playground over here, but I've never seen any kids in that playground on the side, and I never walked this path. But I think that these are the tall high-rise ones, from what the guy told us kayaking. Those are apartments, and then anything lower is a hotel. So that's kind of how you can tell if people live here or if they're here vacationing. So these high-rise are apartments too. So that's all I can really see that's going on from up here. But we can see the ocean, so ocean view. But we don't have any access to water besides the shower. So that's the water that we're getting for our days. And then we get this view, nice breeze. And then we have two balconies that we can choose to eat on or in the room. So yeah, this is it. So now I guess we're on day 6 into 7 of being here in Puerto Vallarta. So, got to see fireworks from our balcony. Yeah? Okay. He's gonna go to the other balcony and see if it's better. Hey, you definitely can see them better from this balcony, you're right. Happy honeymoon! Okay, it's Sunday. We're still here in Mexico. I feel like I'm trying to figure out if I hope I don't have COVID, basically, so that we can leave. But we're not going to take our test till tomorrow, which is Monday. So we've officially been here since last Sunday, and this is our second day of quarantine in the room. So tomorrow we can come out and take our COVID test. We're still trying to move about, but we're masked with each other in the room. It's weird. I mean, we were already around each other before we knew. So, yeah, reflections on Hilton Puerto Vallarta Resort. So I would say I think they have a good program in place. They had a little miscommunication with us on the price of us quarantining here, but basically it's $60 per person, and that includes food, room service, because they don't want you to leave the room. So we haven't left the room since we got our results. We went and got our results, we went to dinner. Well, we went and got our test, we went to dinner, we came back and asked for our results. They told us that my husband was positive, and then that we could stay here. But basically, like, that we had to decide, because that was our last night, so we had to decide, were we gonna leave or are we gonna quarantine here? So because they said that room service would be included, like food would be included, we were like, okay, we'll just stay here because our stuff's already here. And then we were trying to just figure out our flights. So with our flights right now, we don't even have a flight back. We called yesterday and they told us we should wait until we have the test results back. The bad thing is that means that we have to leave the day before. But I mean, I guess we could always stay an additional day if the flight's cheaper. But I don't know what day it's gonna be where we're both negative for us to leave. But whenever we get our test results, then we're gonna have to try to quickly book to get out of here. I did always have a contingency plan, like in case this happened. So I do have my work computer and I can work remotely. And then there is another hotel here. We actually passed it when we were doing our dolphin excursion. There's a Hampton Inn that's like $54 a night. So I guess if we test negative but need to do another night for a flight, we could switch to that hotel. But for right now, since food's included and we can come out on the balcony and get some fresh air, this is really where I am unmasked, because otherwise we're in the room together. So we've just been wearing masks to hopefully keep me from getting COVID so that we can leave. But I could already have it from before. So yeah, those are just the reflections. Having a contingency plan is good. Hampton Inn was always the contingency plan to go there, because we could use our points, or we could just pay the $54 a night. They only have breakfast though. So the good thing here is that we've been getting all of our meals. So we can order room service for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think we can really order as much as we want since this is all inclusive. But we can't use any of the other amenities. We can't use the pool, we can't go to the specialty restaurants and stuff. So we just really have the room service menu. And then they come give us towels, they'll come give us water, they'll give us beer, because I guess beer is part of the mini bar. So they'll give us water or beer, or sodas, like whatever we want to drink. And then they'll give us food from room service. So that's really what we got. And I mean, luckily they're two different balconies, so at least we can, you know, change our outdoor scenery in the two balconies. And yet we're still, you know, far away enough from people. Only thing I thought, like, too bad we don't have a swimming pool, because then we could have kind of been in the pool too. But it's okay. At least we get some fresh air. So now I'm gonna have a whole bunch of videos in these pajamas. I keep put my pajamas on and just chill out in the room because we're not doing nothing. But the other thing we're gonna do today most likely is wash clothes because we didn't really bring enough clothes for this long of a trip. Like, you bring a couple extra days, but not like you stay 3 extra nights. So as of right now, so we'll see what happens. All right, so this is reflections on it's Sunday again, and we lived up out all week ago. Okay, it's Sunday night. Our dinner should be arriving shortly. I went ahead and got dressed for dinner on the balcony for tonight. It looks like they have some lights out on the beach, which looks gorgeous, and the waves are waving. So it's still a nice night. I feel pretty good. I like being able to get the fresh air, and it looks like the sun is setting right now, right there on the horizon. The sunset. It's just been a little bit cloudy, so it's not like a bright sunset. It's like behind the clouds, and then the sun actually sets. But it's still really beautiful, picturesque from our ocean view. Okay, so we actually got room service dinner from the Mexicans. So this is a tortilla soup, this is a salad, and then this is a steak, and then this is a fajita, but they forgot the tortillas. So this is how they bring us the room service dinner. But they brought me a nice plate for the soup, at least. Probably because they didn't have no bowls.
She's been here 4 times.
Tortilla soup. As I dig into my room service steak, the tortilla soup was good. The salad, I don't know what that is on top. I don't care for it. It feels like an allergy to me. But I'm gonna eat this steak. All right, it's me again with this same pajama, and gosh, I look crusty this time. It's Monday now. We're still here. It's kind of cloudy today. I got my laptop to try to work from here until we get our COVID test and figure out when we can leave. But now there are ants in our room, like a shitload of ants. I've seen 1 or 2 ants. We killed them. No, there's like, I guess I should show. There's a whole bunch of ants in the room. And when we called, they seemed like they knew. Like, oh, ants by the bathroom? What? Pause. Like, why are there ants? So they're supposed to come with the ants. We're gonna wash some clothes because we can't leave, so we're gonna order them to wash some clothes for us since we've been here so long, mainly just some underwear, and then figure out when we can get our COVID test and if we have to stay here longer. But I low-key don't even want to stay in this room anymore because it's annoying. All right, so it's Monday, the second Monday we've been here. All right, so honeymoon turned quarantine. I think we're getting more exposure to the opportunities within this room, like the bed sheets don't fit all the way because it's not really a fitted sheet. There are ants. We had to negotiate to get free bug spray. We barely could get what we need for room service because they keep bringing us other stuff we didn't ask for or not what we asked for at all. And I'm tired of being in this room, but we're about to take our COVID test and then we'll figure out if we get to leave or not. But yeah, this is what we did. Our bed's not even made, but this is what we did to try to separate ourselves because we were stuck in this room right next to each other. So we've been sleeping with masks. I don't know. I think, like, in theory, if this doesn't happen to you, like, oh yeah, I'll be quarantined in Mexico at an ocean front. Like, oh, look at the view. But like being stuck looking at that and not in your own house, it's just not the same as it sounds. And not being able to like leave your room. We haven't left this room since Friday when we got our test, and today's Monday. So we want to leave the country, let alone the room. So yeah, I think I'm ready to go home. I think this is the longest I ever stayed anywhere. This is the longest we were gonna stay like on a planned trip, and now this is the longest I've ever stayed in a hotel that wasn't like temporary housing when I was moving. That's the only time. And I got to leave the room then. That part. I've never been stuck in a room. So I guess this is what what happened to people, like some people who lived alone and they got COVID and had to quarantine. I mean, at least we're not alone, is what everybody says. But I'm ready to be not here. We're going to get our COVID tests so we can leave tomorrow. Okay, we stopped at the store to pick up a few things, which now we're at the bottom of the escalator. But we got like underwear and stuff like that, and soda and snacks before we go back in being stuck. Maybe I can get one of those. Let me look in there. All right. Good morning. I can't even count the days. I don't know what number day we're on. I can count it. I can count it. We've been in quarantine since Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's Tuesday. I guess this is gonna be our 5th day of quarantine here at the hotel, and I'm getting ready to work from the deck. Since we're gonna be here for another week, I did get dressed and ready for work with my vacation outfit that I'm gonna be wearing. And I have meetings that start soon, but I'm still here by the beach. We get to look at it, we get to hear the waves crash, but we can't. We can look, but don't touch. I did test positive for COVID yesterday. So I did not test positive on Friday, but I did test positive on Monday. And they don't think that I'm gonna be able to leave or get another test until Thursday, but it might not even be, negative by then. My husband's should be negative by then because he's had it longer. So this is where I work. We have 2 decks, so I've been alternating between the decks. We've been eating a lot on the other one, so I've been working from this one now. And I got this rolling chair from the desk inside. And then I have another chair to put my feet up on because it's not that comfortable. And I don't have anything for my lap, so this is my makeshift work area and view. But yeah, day 5 quarantine reflections. This is my office. This is my office from the beach. So I got a rolling chair and I'm using the ironing board because I was holding on my lap, but that was too much. So this is gonna be my first meeting from the ironing board. So they're also doing the aerobics class, the aqua class that's at noon, but I was doing it from the other balcony. You can see down there. All right, so just out here getting some more sunshine. It's really nice and sunny today. I have a summerish outfit set on as well while I'm quarantined here on the other deck, but it looks like they have some type of setup on the beach and they might be having a special event. Last Thursday they had this, but we had a dinner cruise, so we weren't here, and now we're stuck in the room. But I should ask about that for dinner because I think they have a show. There's a stage around the corner and then they have all the tables set up. So we didn't see any shows when we were here, but just making an observation that could be what's getting ready to go down. All right, so I think this is day 6. It's Wednesday of quarantine. I'm looking at my face like I need my other facial wash. It's just been a while, but I'm out on the balcony working. I still have like runny nose, and I can tell that I probably couldn't do too much more than what I'm doing, but still have the delightful view. It's cloudy today, but the delightful view, and I can hear the ocean waves, the ocean crashing waves on the shore. So I would say just, yeah, looking forward to taking the COVID test tomorrow and hopefully getting to leave on Friday. I also know there's a possibility that since I tested positive on Monday, that we may not both be negative by tomorrow. Hopefully Ryan's negative tomorrow though. So yeah, otherwise just really just been working. It's been taking up most of my day. and then resting otherwise, and then eating. And I mean, I think we've tried out almost everything on the room service menu. And some days, certain things are better than others, and I think it might just depend on the cook. So, hopefully we get to leave over this weekend, and maybe even get to like be negative and do something else before we leave, since we're just gonna be, you know, working from here for this week, or off in Ryan's case. All right, so those are reflections from today. Beautiful morning. So I'm working from the balcony, and this lady is on the roof with her bird. And it looks like she's gonna try to take a ladder. This bird might as well just fly. Yeah, the bird's like, why are you trying to take me down the stairs?
See how the other birds coming over?
Other birds are coming to help.
I'm trying to help.
Like, free the bird. See those birds? All right, this is day number, who knows? Day number too many.
Right.
Going to get. Oh, they got new floors? The floor looks different.
You gonna get that one?
We've been in the room so long that they changed the floors in the elevator. We're going to get COVID test number 3. I guess it's almost been a week since the last one. It was last Friday, now it's Thursday.
Yep.
So tomorrow will be a week since the last one. It's raining and humid today.
Shit. Hot.
It's gonna be something vulgar that we're even getting tired of each other.
I'm not.
Okay. Then I'll just say it. Okay, so I'm getting towards, oh, there's a banana boat out there. You can't see it. Anyways, I'm getting towards the end of, this is the 12th day that we've been here in Mexico, and the 7th day that I've been in quarantine, but only the 4th day since I tested positive. So many different days, but I want to go home. Luckily, Ryan is now negative, so that he can leave the room, which is good, but he doesn't really want to leave me. But he went for a walk, so I am getting like, not that I need alone time, but I'm getting a little bit of time to myself to do some work. But he hasn't been bothering me that much when I'm working. I usually just go out on the deck here. There's 2 different decks that we have, so I usually go out on the deck. We have these chairs set up on the deck because there's not really a table out there. So there's that deck, which is actually the deck we usually eat on if we eat outside. And then we have, this is kind of a mess in here, we've been in here so long. We have a little table, the 2 chairs that are outside are the chairs that go with this table, so I can eat or work from there. And then it's a mess, so I'm not going to show you the desk, but then otherwise, this other deck, I have the ironing board as my table and the rolling chair. So that's my outside desk. And that's where I've been taking most of my like Zoom calls when I have meetings. But then when I don't, I can kind of be anywhere because the background doesn't matter as much. But they've been very accommodating. Apparently we're the only people in the whole hotel who have COVID. So now I'm literally the only person in the hotel who has COVID. So that's good. I haven't spread it to anyone else. And I guess we didn't spread it to anyone else because we were around folks for dinner. We had made friends a week ago at dinner, and they didn't get it. So they were asking us like, how did we get COVID? Where did we get, we don't know. I mean, we flew on an airplane, we did some boat excursions, we did some timeshare tours. So we literally could have gotten it anywhere. You know, it's really hard to tell, especially with the world being open. But yeah, like 2 years ago when people were like, they're in quarantine, I just never thought. But I guess in the back of my mind, I thought about it because I brought my laptop with me just in case. So it's almost going to be a full week of me working remotely from Mexico, and it's been fine. I've been able to connect. I mean, I guess as long as I have Wi-Fi. So it's good perspective on like where do you need to be? Or where do you have to be? I definitely do think, oh, they got the special, I need to turn the camera around. They have the special bar that they had at the other pool the day before we got quarantined, where they make these hibiscus drinks. And we've just been taking vitamins and drinking water, but this is an all-inclusive resort, so they do have alcohol that's included. And they have this guy that's coming out on a rolling cart that has hibiscus drinks. I saw some more people kayaking this morning, which we did last Thursday. And it's just been interesting to kind of see the flow of people in and out of the hotel and just how it is on different days. Friday was the most like active day that I've seen since we've been here. So we'll see how tomorrow is, because we'll be here another Friday. We've already been here for 2 Sundays. So yeah, we'll be here for another Friday. All right, that's all I have for my reflections today. Today's much longer reflections, probably because I'm by myself, so I'm rambling. Okay, so it's still fairly cloudy. It rained this morning, but it's a nice day. This is a Thursday, our second Thursday here, our Thursday in quarantine. But so I'm gonna try to zoom in. This is the hibiscus is what it was at the hacienda last Friday when we were at the pool. They had this, but now they have it at this pool today. I find that there are more kids on like Friday, like weekends, than the weekdays. It's a little quieter. This is a neighboring hotel and resort. Looks like they have some kids too. And I mean, things are going the way they be going, it looks like. Like a pretty normal day here. All right, so I think it's day 13. This is actually, since we've been here, one of the sunniest mornings, and I think it rained because I'm feeling that some things might have been wet out here on the deck. But this is one of the sunniest mornings and like the least amount of clouds. Although there are some clouds in the distance, it's really sunny for 10 a.m. Bright and sunny out from the deck. So it's looking really nice. It's gonna be a really nice day. Found something random in my pocket that must have got washed in my pocket. But anyways, so really bright, sunny day. And it's Friday, so gonna be on the deck for the weekend. Just relaxing. So I'm on the deck or the balcony or whatever, and then he's over there waving to me from the rooftop. It's probably hard to see him, but he's over there on the rooftop waving to me. So he's getting a change of scenery, and he's letting me know what it looks like over there while I'm over here. If I could leave the room. Good morning, good morning. So it's day 14 and we've been here in Mexico, so it's a very long time. They tell us welcome home, you know, and they all know us. So it is kind of like our second home now. We haven't been to our actual home in a long time. But anyways, so it's been raining a bit, like at night, the past couple days. This pool over here has been really dirty. But anyways, what I wanted to say is we got exciting news. The U.S. has dropped the requirement. Look at my face. The U.S. has dropped the requirement requiring a negative COVID test to get back into the U.S. So basically, regardless, I'm about to go home. After 15 days, I'm going home. I'm going home. And this was a very delightful place, but I think I've spent enough time here, and maybe I'll explore some other places in the world, but maybe not come back here like in the immediate future. But we'll see. I mean, in the extra week we were here, it's not like we saw anything additional. It'd be different if we were stuck an extra week, but we saw these other things, we did all these other excursions. No, what you're seeing here in this video is what I've been seeing for the past week. And although it's beautiful, right, in concept, like, yes, waking up to the crashing waves of the beach, not being able to go to the beach or to the pool or to anything else that you can actually see is not as exciting as it sounds before it happens to you. So, we are leaving soon. We're actually gonna go get one more COVID test. Hopefully, I'm negative and we can enjoy our last 2 days here, not in the room. And I would like to do an excursion, but at a minimum, like, go to the pool. Like, could I go to the pool? It's the simple things right now. Like, could I go to the pool? Maybe one more time. One more again. Before we leave. So that's really all I'm trying to do. But yeah, happy day 14, 15, whatever we're on.